dumb.
I don't think
because you were in the car, my guy, driving down Green Bay Road. So tell me who was driving.
I don't think you're dumb, bro.
On July 20th, 2023, officers responded to a hit-and-run rollover accident involving injuries in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Witnesses reported seeing 4 individuals fleeing the scene. Among them, a black female with a bun, possibly wearing red and holding a baby, and at least 1 black male were identified. The scene was chaotic as officers arrived. One witness described a female with a scarf and a bun on her head, seen carrying a baby. A red Honda Civic was mentioned, with a black male and a baby also noted as passengers. Inside the vehicle, there were sweatshirts but no identification. A strong odor of marijuana was present, suggesting that the individuals might have had it on them. Witnesses tried to recall more details. One remembered a person in red but couldn't confirm if it was a male or female. Another witness saw a female in a red shirt. One witness mentioned that everyone seemed okay after getting out of the car, and the female in red ran over to get a stroller and retrieve a child. As officers checked the area and direction of travel, a nearby Applebee's called 911. They reported a group matching the description had entered the restaurant and appeared nervous. An Applebee's employee suggested the officers might want to look at this table before the individuals left. Officers responded and were directed to the table where a man and woman carrying a child were seated. They matched the description of the fleeing subjects. However, upon further investigation, officers determined that these individuals were not the actual suspects they were looking for.
Okay.
Yeah, because we came up on it like 2 seconds after it happened,
Okay.
and they were like...
One was wearing red. Male or female? You don't remember?
Female.
Okay. 782, the female was wearing red. Did you see what they were wearing?
Red shirt for sure, but they literally, everyone got out of this car and seemed okay. And I saw the stroller out of her car and ran over there and got the kid out.
Okay. They have them running, so they're checking the area. They last saw them running. They just said she was wearing a scarf and she's wearing a red shirt, and she also had a baby with her.
Officer approached a couple at a restaurant following a hit-and-run accident, believing they might be the suspects based on witness descriptions. The officers cross-checked with the restaurant staff, who confirmed the couple had been there for that duration. However, when asked about their vehicle, the couple refused to answer. The vehicle was visible in the background, and simply pointing it out could have ended the encounter, but they chose not to. The couple was later identified as 24-year-old Jermel English Jr. and 21-year-old Shania Boyd. Meanwhile, officers discovered the actual hit-and-run suspects hiding in the restaurant's bathroom, but further questioning was needed to confirm their identities.
Came here and asked if there was a man, woman, and a baby that recently got hit.
Yeah.
There was a table that was sitting that looked very nervous, and as soon as the cops left, all of a sudden they want their food to go and they're checked immediately. I don't know if they want to come back and look at this table before they leave, because it is a woman, a man, and a baby.
Yep.
Whoever's in the area of Applebee's still, they just advised that a group walked in there. So if you're getting nervous, do you know descriptions that it might be related?
661's out there. Hey, you guys just in an accident? No?
We've been here the whole time. What's going on?
How long you been here?
We've been here for an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah? Okay. How long have they been here? Who's the table that just walked in you guys just called about?
Where you guys driving?
At 727.
We want to clear you from this, so you can just...
For Genesis Cruise, 3988, Senate license, Wisconsin valid, Illinois non-speaker.
You just came up here asking what's going on. I didn't even know what's going on. So you don't know which vehicle you came in today? We've been here. Which house?
I know. Which car is yours?
Officers were investigating a group of juveniles in a bathroom following a hit-and-run accident. The officers instructed the individuals to keep their hands out of their pockets and to stay still. One of the juveniles explained that he had been shot 3 years ago when questioned about his injuries. The officers asked why they were all in the bathroom and requested that they open the door. The officers explained that there had been an accident outside, and witnesses saw people matching their descriptions, including a female in red carrying a baby, run into the bathroom. The officers emphasized that if the group could identify the car they came in, the situation could be resolved quickly. One of the officers noted the smell of marijuana in the area and pointed out that several people had fled from the car involved in the accident. Despite the tension, the officers continued to press for information to confirm the identities and involvement of the individuals present.
What's up, man? How are you?
There's a bunch of juvenile people in here. Grab some guys.
Hey, let's hop in here.
Oh, yeah, I can smell it.
Yep. Hands over pockets, bud.
Hands over pockets.
Yeah, come here.
All right, hands over pockets.
Come here.
I can't.
Why not? Why?
Nope. Don't go away from me.
What are you doing? Keep your hands out of your pockets. I'm not gonna tell you again. You understand?
What happened? I got shot. You got shot? Like when?
What you doing?
Months, like years ago, 3 years ago. Okay. Why are you guys all hanging out in the bathroom?
Make sure you go to that.
I was just using the bathroom. Who's in here?
That's him.
Hey, open the door, boss.
Hey, I'm not with them. I'm not with them, boy. I'm not with them.
Finish up.
Yeah, we'll believe that.
Yeah, there was an accident out there, and somebody said that they saw you guys run in with the baby. That's what we're seeing.
They described a female with a top.
If you guys can tell us what car you came in, we can be done.
That's over with.
They said somebody had red on, carrying a baby, so...
Yeah, and there's somebody else who's in here with red on, too.
But they're not here right now.
Okay, then, so go find them.
So then where's your car that you came in?
That's what you can do, so you can check.
Where's the car that you came in?
What I'm talking about is we just had a car, but all these people flee from it. Right?
Ain't none of my pocket.
Okay. Why it smell like weed in here?
Ain't nobody got no weed on there.
All right, have a seat.
On the floor.
Yep.
Can I sit right there?
Have a seat, right now.
Why can't I sit right there?
I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to make
Come on, alright, no, watch out. You ain't got to make me. Alright, bro, I'm going to sit down, bro. Alright.
But then Jermel became more hostile and made continuous efforts to leave while holding his child, which only heightened the officer's suspicions. The officers insisted that he was not free to go and that he was detained until they could figure out the situation. Despite the officers' attempts to calm him down, Jermel's resistance continued. The officers only wanted to detain and question Jermel and his companions to determine what was going on and who the real suspects were. However, Jermel refused to cooperate, stating they had been at the location the whole time. When an officer instructed him to put his hands behind his back, Jermel resisted, resulting in a struggle. During the attempt to apprehend Jermel, the situation became more intense. Fortunately, another officer safely removed the child from the situation. The officers repeatedly commanded Jermel to stop resisting and to put his hands behind his back. The struggle continued, with multiple officers working to restrain him. As the situation escalated, it became clear that controlling Jermel was necessary for everyone's safety. The officers managed to gain control and restrain him, ensuring that the child was safe and that they could continue their investigation without further incident.
Excuse me. We'll be done. Like, we don't gotta answer no questions. I already told y'all we've been here.
You're gonna stay with my...
No, I'm not gonna stay with nobody.
Okay, then put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
During an attempt to apprehend Jermel, he resisted, resulting in a struggle. Fortunately, another officer safely removed the child from the situation.
Stop. Put your hands behind your back.
Hey, there's a fight.
Who's fighting?
People are fighting out there. I will handle it.
Let me go! Put your hands behind your back! Put your hands behind your back!
There's 2 more in there.
Go by him.
I'm not doing that! Stop it! Stop it!
Baby down now.
Stop it! Behind your back!
Put your hands.
Let go of him!
Squeeze it up. Squeeze him. Stop.
While attempting to detain Jermel, Shania exhibited similar resistance and was subsequently pepper sprayed. Despite this, Jermel was taken down to the ground but continued to resist. In response, the officer administered multiple strikes to ensure compliance.
Hey, get out of the way! Get out of the way! My child! What is going on? What is going on? I'm confused. Can y'all get me out the... What is going on? I'm trying to report. Yeah, but you're obstructing my investigation. Get out of here! Go over there now!
My workplace, bro. Back up. Back up. That's fine. You can record. You need to let us do our job.
Hey, bro, I'm not doing nothing.
Back up.
I'm right here, bro.
Stop moving towards us. Sit over on your butt. On your butt, man.
Oh my God, what is going on?
Sit up. Are you okay?
No, because I'm confused. I'm waiting on my food, my child. What is going on? Y'all putting my hair. What is going on?
I wasn't out here.
Come over here. Sit down. No, keep him in handcuffs. He's got this. Janai, you gonna be chill?
Yeah, I'm going to be chill, bro.
Sit tight.
No, what is my child?
Are we good now?
This is so up. I'm sitting here waiting on my food.
Stop yelling.
That one in custody?
Hey, let's get her out. All right. Ready? We're going to stand up. Ready?
Just call rescue. 7:35. We'll take rescue out here. We got someone free.
We're going to stand up. Ready?
Call
1, 2, 3.
my mom.
No!
The conversation suggests a sense of urgency and authority from one side, with repeated commands to stop moving and warnings of potential consequences if the instructions aren't followed. There's also a mention of detaining individuals and questioning their actions. Also, there's a sense of confusion and disbelief from the other side, with pleas to be understood and assertions of innocence or lack of knowledge about certain events. The conversation seems to involve multiple parties, with different voices and perspectives coming through. Despite the urgency and tension, there are also moments of concern, such as someone calling for help for a girl and her baby.
I'm right here. You see this table? I was standing exactly where I was standing 2 seconds ago. Please stop talking to me. I'm trying to see. That's it.
Hold on. Stay there. Where's my baby? Where's my child? This is so wrong. I can't believe you. Ray, it's a bunch of kids. I'm calling hell.
Yo, back up, else you're gonna get arrested.
I'm done.
Back up.
I did. You just told me I was okay.
Keep moving.
Sir, you just told me I was okay.
Keep moving.
Hey. Tell me when is in the far nose.
Keep going.
Far nose.
Right there.
I can't see.
If you're gonna stop yelling right now,
You have to stop. No.
that stands for me. If you move against me, I'm putting you into the car.
Did you guys hear what happened? No. There was a rollover accident, Highway 50.
Yeah.
Description of 3 adults with the child were running from the scene, likely in distress.
Is that what you called it? Was a third person?
I don't know about a third person. So,
That's terrible.
was there the 3 people come in?
Arresting someone. I never knew there was anyone in the bathroom, so I'm like,
No, I'm not gonna stop.
Stay back there. Get it for you, but stay back.
No! I'm not
No, one. I'll get it, Kev.
No!
You got a good grip on her?
Yeah, I got it.
If she gets close, you spear her into the car.
No, bro.
Just make sure you get clean across that center line. Stop moving.
Stop yelling and give me your mom's number.
Now listen, right now, y'all being detained because of this car accident. I don't know what's going on, okay? Don't turn it into nothing. So if you're gonna lie about your name, why do that right now? You feel me? That's where we're at right now.
Get in the car.
Wrong, bro. It's so wrong. I swear to God.
Shania is concerned about the whereabouts of her child, asking repeatedly who has custody of the child and expressing disbelief at the situation. She appears frustrated and confused, seeking clarification on why she and others are being detained. The dialogue suggests that Shania is trying to engage in a conversation about the events that transpired, seeking understanding or justification for the actions taken by the officers. However, there seems to be a disconnect between her perspective and that of the officers, leading to a breakdown in communication. There are moments of accusations and defensiveness, with Shania asserting that she and others were attacked for no reason and expressing skepticism about the officer's version of events. She also questions the officer's motives and actions, particularly regarding the handling of the situation. Despite the tension, there are brief moments of agreement and acknowledgement, with the guy eventually complying with the officer's instructions to back up.
Thank you. Whoever was spraying over there. What? There's all those kids in there.
Open the door. I'm gonna kick that door open. Hide my butt, bro.
Step out. Hands right back.
he just told y'all he wasn't with us.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Janai, sure. Yeah, I'm
I
the
ain't gonna lie, y'all
Oh,
going.
no, yeah, sure you wouldn't, right?
He cracked the window.
Yeah.
Like my face burning. Where's my child?
In there.
No, who has my child?
The staff members in there.
They don't like what's up.
He's in custody too.
What?
For resisting.
Well, for what? Y'all?
Can we have a real conversation right now?
No.
Okay, well then there's no point in talking to you then.
But what's going on?
No, you said you don't want to have a conversation.
No, I can't hear you because I can't even see.
Do you want to have a conversation?
About yes. What about what?
What just happened?
What is going on?
What I tried explaining to you guys.
Is that what I'm talking to?
Yeah.
What did they spray?
Pepper spray.
Ah.
So how much you guys throw in the how much you guys throw in the toilet?
What are you talking about? What are you talking
That quarter cup plastic baggie?
Come on, bro.
So now you want me to believe that it smells like weed in here. You guys never had weed on you, right? You guys want me to believe that you guys just have been eating here the whole entire time.
Where you live? Just kicking in the bathroom?
Just kicking in the bathroom. Right? That's what you want me to believe? That's the story we're sticking to? Okay, Kevin, that's the story we're sticking to?
Mom, could you please come to Applebee's in Kenosha? Mom, they just attacked me and my baby for no reason.
The conversation appears to be between police officers discussing an incident or situation involving multiple individuals. They mention a baggie in the back and identify two people, Kevin Thomas and Jania Washington, who match descriptions related to the incident. There's a mention of a red top worn by Jania, confirming her identity. The officers seem to be trying to piece together the events, discussing the involvement of various individuals, including Luke and Mike. Luke is described as being with one of the girls in a squad car involved in a physical altercation. The officers express confusion and uncertainty about the situation, indicating they're still trying to gather information and understand what happened. There's also a mention of other individuals hanging out in the bathroom and potentially starting fights, adding to the complexity of the situation. Despite their efforts to understand the events, the officers seem to be struggling to make sense of the situation and determine who was involved and to what extent.
How to do it.
I agree.
All right, so that's all it is.
The thing before was I just felt you told me that it was okay, and then you told me to back up.
Yep, so then when he tells you to back up, then we're backing up. So it is what it is. Yep.
I was just letting you know.
Yep.
It smells like weed in there. There's clear-cut plastic baggies in the back. There's nothing in there, but it's Kevin Thomas, Jania Washington, and
so she matches the description.
She does?
Yeah, she was wearing a red top.
She is wearing a red top? Because that's the male that's in the red top.
Oh.
I'm going to get mine going to the jail because I got a decontaminator from the spray. Okay. So.
Y'all having like a party in here? Yeah, it's kicking in.
Apparently, just like hanging out in the Applebee's bathroom. So.
Yeah, that's a new one. I haven't seen that yet.
Kevin, can you come here?
Different Kevin.
How was this other couple involved?
I have no idea. I came out.
Who was out with them?
Luke was with them. Luke's with one of the girls in the squad car. I heard them fighting. We come out here. I see Luke up on the table, like trying to yank her down, and so I go to help Luke.
Okay.
And she continually resists.
And then, do we believe that guy was involved with her?
Yeah, the guy that over there with Mark. I mean, with
Mike.
With Mike was with her. So I don't know what the.
No reason to believe that they were.
I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. But we just came in here and checked the bathrooms, and there's all these kids just hanging out in the bathroom. Then all of a sudden they start fighting out here. I don't know why they start fighting or what goes on.
Jania mentions going to jail for resisting and questions the presence of officers. She insists on knowing which car she came in, implying a lack of clarity or communication from law enforcement. Jania disputes the timeline of events, suggesting discrepancies between her account and the manager's version. She seeks clarification on what is required of her and expresses doubt about the evidence against her.
You guys had to do is tell me what car you came in.
He did not, because the people already told you we've been in there.
She said 20 minutes, which is what 20 minutes is when this accident happened.
No, 20.
That's what the manager told us.
The manager ain't tell you nothing like that because we've been complaining about why we ain't got no service. We've been in there.
Here, the cops are trying to piece together the events surrounding a baby found in a restaurant bathroom. There is a mention of a couple, including Luke, who may be connected to the baby. The officers also discuss the presence of teenagers in the bathroom, indicating a potential disturbance or gathering. The officers express surprise at the number of people in the restaurant compared to the number of police officers present. There's also mention of a commotion and someone getting sprayed, adding to the chaotic nature of the situation. A restaurant staff member provides some information about what they witnessed, mentioning interactions with the police and the discovery of the baby. They recount their actions in response to the situation, including taking care of the baby briefly. The officers continue to discuss the possible involvement of different individuals and the need to review security footage to gather more evidence. They speculate about the presence of drugs, indicating a possible motive or cause for the events that were revealed.
You full of You mad because I whooped that ass? Oh. Man, you had to pepper spray me. Shut
You're cool.
No, shut up.
All these kids in the bathroom, how long have they been here?
Who?
All these kids in the bathroom.
I had no clue.
Yeah.
They're kids?
They're like 18, 17.
Where?
There's like 5 of them in the bathroom.
Can we go see them to see if they've been in here before?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't know anybody was in the bathroom.
The probable cause, as far as I can think right now, is not there. Other than
we can just like, and that's rise or solve it.
They're gonna take a look at these kids, see if they recognize them.
Scooch by.
No, they weren't in here. So it's wild. You guys say you're sitting at Applebee's, but none of the staff seem to know who you guys are.
And how many people are in this restaurant right now? Like 6?
Like 5 people.
I think there's more cops in this restaurant than there are customers.
They didn't come in with the child, right? As far as you know.
Not that I didn't even know these people were in my restaurant at all.
It's open.
It was.
Yeah.
And don't we have a camera over here?
Yeah.
It still seems kind of odd. Someone goes to the movie theater alone that comes and hangs out in the Applebee's bathroom.
Cause I was there with a girl.
Okay.
I was getting picked up from here.
Okay.
Can we see the video?
Yeah, you can come with me.
Let's see if we can see them at least coming through here
If they had
in a hurry.
because we all would have seen that they can use this one door. This is the only door that we can.
Right. Did you get sprayed? Yeah, I got all of it. Who sprayed? I don't know. Luke did, I think. Thanks. You sprayed all the back of my head. Oh, that's gonna suck. Yeah.
The conversation involves an officer denying a suspect's request for their phone, emphasizing the seriousness of the situation and the need to focus. The officer reminds the suspects that they are detained and that playing on their phones is not appropriate at the moment. The suspects express understanding and compliance, acknowledging that they can manage without their phones. The officer explains they're waiting for information from other officers before determining the suspect's next steps. The officer also asks the suspects to remain calm and respectful, suggesting that they need to work together to resolve the situation. They express frustration with the chaos surrounding them, mentioning people running from a crash and fights breaking out. Despite the tense atmosphere, the officer acknowledges that they might come off as crabby due to the circumstances. The officers discussed their interaction with restaurant workers who observed suspicious behavior from individuals who later turned out to be suspects. The workers felt uneasy and decided to call the police, prompting the officers to arrive and handle the situation. Despite initial hesitation, the workers eventually decided to report their concerns to the authorities, leading to the involvement of the officers in resolving the issue. The conversation with Jermel starts with the officer asking for his name and date of birth, expressing concern about his head injury. Jermel seems confused, providing his son's date of birth instead. The officer insists on Jermel getting checked out, but eventually backs off when Jermel declines. In the subsequent conversation with other victims, the officers discuss taking pictures for their investigation, prompting a reaction from one of the victims who questions the value of the pictures. The officers mention a severe hit-and-run accident involving a group of males and a single female. They also mention concerns about the individuals involved not having licenses, indicating a potential legal issue.
How you doing? Good, how are you? They got me in this cold bathroom.
Jamal, can you spell your name for me, please? Your date of birth? You sure you don't want to get checked out for your head, man? You just gave me your son's date of birth. I'm not being funny right now.
Sure.
You want to get checked out?
Sure.
Okay. All right, thank you.
And that's what does it.
Bro, what did you take a picture?
Something for the grams.
What did you take a picture of me?
You're in a public place, I can take pictures of you.
And
I would like to take pictures of you.
Can I
Please have records on me and your wife for Kylie.
Pictures for our investigation.
Bro, I ain't gonna.
Happy.
No. Go ahead and read the laws. I encourage you to.
Oh, that's cool. All right. How those on? No, you can take your hood down for me.
Bro, why don't you just gonna pull this hood down like that?
So that's 16.
That's goofy. I ain't gonna lie.
What's up?
Do they have anyone available?
What did you take another picture of me for?
I'm just documenting.
Right, okay. You
Everything that you're wearing, ma'am.
You took 3 pictures of me. When you keep taking pictures of me.
I take my shoes for $350.
Dude, those ain't worth $350. You kidding me? Those are like $10 shoes, brother.
Go look them up. Hey, go look.
We had a severe injury accident, hit and run. People who were involved or witnessed it said that there was a group of males with a single female. So I don't know if you guys were driving. I know Janiyah doesn't have a license for a fact. I know Kevin doesn't have a license for a fact. I don't know. Well, I know you don't have a license. I don't know.
I can't even drive.
After reviewing the surveillance footage, the officers identified the real suspects entering through the go-to entrance and heading to the men's bathroom. One suspect is seen carrying another, like a child, indicating incapacity. The officers discussed the situation, realizing that these suspects are not involved in the car accident they were initially investigating. They confirm the suspects' identities and note that they arrived separately from the car accident. Despite previous encounters with one of the suspects, the officers acknowledge that the current situation is unrelated to past incidents. They discuss the suspicious behavior observed by restaurant staff, prompting them to review the footage and confirm the suspects' involvement. The officers express relief at finding the suspects and emphasize the importance of preserving the video evidence.
I just called because, so when you guys came in the first time, that table was looking so scary. As soon as you guys walked out, they were like, we're not going to eat here. Can you just pack our food to go and get us our check immediately? And it just rubbed me wrong. I was like, maybe that is who they were looking for and they didn't see them up there.
Right.
Yep, that's them. Yeah. Save that video if you can. Right back.
The officers discussed the events leading up to the accident, noting that the suspects were seen carrying someone, possibly mistaken for a baby, into the establishment just before the incident. They mentioned video evidence showing the suspects entering through a side door, indicating their presence near the scene of the accident. Also, there's mention of the strong smell of marijuana coming from the suspect's vehicle, suggesting a possible motive or contributing factor to the situation. Here, in a separate conversation with Jermel, he expresses confusion and denies denies knowledge of the events surrounding the accident. He mentions coming to the restaurant with his family and only asking to take his son to the bathroom. Jermel clarifies that he was not in the car involved in the accident and seems unaware of the details. The officer questions him about the car's location and his involvement, to which Jermel denies any connection. This inquiry between the officer and suspect is intense, focusing on determining who was driving during the hit-and-run incident. The officer emphasizes the severity of the situation, highlighting the potential consequences for everyone involved, especially if it's considered a felony hit-and-run. The officer stresses the importance of identifying the driver to avoid further complications and charges. Despite the suspect's denial and attempts to deflect responsibility, the officer persists in pressing for information. The officer warns about the potential legal ramifications, including the impact on a baby who was injured in the incident. There's a sense of urgency as the officer tries to get into the truth and hold the responsible party accountable. The conversation becomes confrontational at times, with the officer challenging the suspect's claims and reasoning. The suspect's responses range from denial to deflection, but the officer remains steadfast in their pursuit of justice. The officer's frustration is palpable as they try to extract crucial information from the suspect. The officer employs various tactics, including appeals to the suspect's sense of responsibility and consequences, as well as attempts to establish credibility by referencing evidence from the scene. The suspect's evasive responses only serve to heighten the tension and urgency of the situation. Ultimately, the officer's determination pays off as they continue to press the suspect for information, refusing to back down until the truth is revealed.
And why y'all flee?
I'm black though.
You want to take it?
Bro, no,
all right, that's fine. That's fine. You're just gonna take the charge.
No, bro.
Yeah, then tell me who's driving.
Bro, I told you I'm blacked out.
They can't even hear us right now. Tell us who's driving.
I told you I'm blacked out, bro.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull Janiyah out, right? And then Janiyah says you're driving, because Janiyah, she always be lying. So she's gonna say you driving, because she don't want to take that charge. And then guess what's happening? I'm offering you first, Kevin, because you got the most to lose. She's gonna come out and say you driving, then you're gonna take that charge. You gonna take that charge?
I told you I'm blacked out, bro. I promise you, if I knew, I would have told you.
Then the officer asked another victim about it, but firmly stated they couldn't leave. They proceeded to read the victim their rights and question if they wanted to speak. The officer then revealed they had footage of everyone entering after the accident, indicating charges for felony hit and run and injuring a child. Despite the victim's denial of involvement, the officer insisted on their arrest. The victim tried to explain they weren't present during the incident, but the officer remained convinced of their guilt, suggesting someone else was responsible for the hit and run. They clarified that they were not involved in the altercation inside the restaurant, which was separate from their investigation. The officers informed them that the child had exposure to buprenorphine during the incident. Shania expresses concern and frustration, insisting on their innocence and threatening to involve a lawyer. They emphasize the need for cooperation and express their dissatisfaction with the handling of the situation. The officers inquire about a car possibly related to a woman seen running with a baby, indicating their efforts to gather information about the incident.
When I just walked up, I saw officer, you just told me I was investigating this accident.
Ma'am.
You never told me nothing about no fight.
Your
You
grandson,
never told me nothing about no fight. Where's my grandson?
they took your grandson to St. Catherine's Hospital.
Yes, they were fighting separate of what we're doing here. Inside the restaurant.
Your grandson had exposure to pepper
You want to ask
spray.
them to see the video, they can show you, but they saw the fight go down. We weren't here to start any fight with them.
I'm getting a...
After interviews, it was established that 17-year-old Jamonte Wright was the hit-and-run driver. The other 4 individuals were released. Evidence suggests Jamonte was driving, supported by text messages mentioning a crash report to the need to report the car stolen. An officer informs a victim they've spoken to before of their arrest for felony hit-and-run, including injury to a child. The officer questions them about marijuana due to the smell in the car. Despite denial, the officer asserts the arrest and reads the Miranda rights. The victim protests, swearing innocence, but the officer remains firm. The victim's repeated denials and protests indicate their desperation to avoid arrest, but the officer is resolute, having gathered sufficient evidence. The incident at the restaurant sparked widespread outrage after a video surfaced online depicting Jermel being forcefully arrested while holding his child. Social media users immediately voiced their opinions based solely on the short clip, leading to the spread of misinformation and allegations of police brutality. Civil rights and social justice groups demanded an investigation, and rapper Jay-Z announced plans to hire a respected attorney for Jermel. In response, the Kenosha Police Department denied allegations of profiling, but acknowledged instances of policy violations. Officer Michael Vences was found to have used excessive force and was suspended for 4 days. Officer Luke Cordier was suspended for 10 days for failure to provide proper care after deploying pepper spray. The repercussions extended to the Applebee's manager, who was fired, leading to 2 employees quitting. Despite protesting her innocence and claiming she did not leak the videos, the manager faced severe consequences, including tarnishing the reputation of all Applebee's restaurants in Wisconsin. This resulted in the loss of her job after 12 years with the company. Meanwhile, Jermel was charged with misdemeanor counts of resisting an officer and disorderly conduct, while Shania faced similar charges along with possession of THC. Jamonte, the initial suspect in the hit and run, faced felony charges including hit and run involving injury and misdemeanor bail jumping. Ultimately, Jermel and Shania were released on a $500 signature bond, while Jamonte was released on a $500 cash bond. In the end, don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to the channel for more upcoming content. Until then, stay safe and keep exploring.